What food isn't worth the effort to be homemade? I made my own chipotle aioli after having a sandwich in a restaurant and loving the sauce. Food processor, eggs, oil, seasoning, and some trial and error resulted in a pretty good sauce. And a lot of cleanup. I later learned the restaurant just mixes chipotle powder into Hellmann's mayo.
Aioli is typically not real aioli in most restaurants. Mayo is just too close of a substitute, and people are turned off by the word mayo. I hope to one day read the whip of miracles on a menu. And I'll be sure to ask the server who is Miracles? Pronounced like an ancient Greek hero.
The author of the book Make the Bread, Buy the Butter combed through dozens of typical foods and determined which ones are worth producing yourself and which should be purchased. Strongly suggested. The book also includes recipes and color commentary, and it's a lot of fun.
Is it worth writing my own book or just buying a pre-written one?
First you should develop your own language to write it in. It's better that way.
Croissants. I spent hours trying to make those ~ones and the result tasted fine but they weren't. Croissants. Getting the layered puff pastry right is beyond my skills and it's an absurd amount of work. Now I just buy some if I want some. Edit. People, please stop suggesting Pillsbury. I'll buy them at a bakery. Put the ones Pillsbury sells in cans are a crime against bakery. A crime anyways. This video is about industrial frozen croissants vs croissants made from scratch by bakers. At the end they have a pastry chef do a blind test and she ends up picking the industrial one as the best, so yeah.
Why should I pay $10 for pad thai when for $15 I can buy the ingredients and make a much worse pad thai?
I loved that tweet.
I've never made it myself but I watched Babish make baked Alaska on his channel and that looked like a real chore for what amounted to a $15 ice cream cake from Baskin-Robbins. Edit. So I forgot Babish's baked Alaska was part of his Sims video and not an independent video. So if anyone wanted to watch it, here you go.
I'm the kind of guy to go all the way in making things myself. Bread, pasta, pizza, burger buns, flour tortillas, sushi, etc. all from scratch. Never again am I trying to make mochi ice cream. Hard, long, and frustrating.
I asked my boyfriend if he thought it would be hard to make the other day. Guess I have my answer, lol. I've been trying to make steamed buns and it's hella hard. Steam a basket, making the dough, and sometimes it just doesn't come out right. I wish my town had more Vietnamese places. I made char siu pork buns once and it took ages for something that still came out so crappy. They tasted right but they were so huge and not that beautiful white color. In my local Assam supermarket I found that I can buy them for £2.50 for 6. FYI, the beautiful white color comes from an extra refined, Hong-style, bleached flour. Find it at an Asian market and you should get the appropriate color and texture. Phyllo pastry. Even Paul Hollywood says to just buy it frozen because it's not worth it. Also Gordon Ramsay says the same thing.
I've made homemade ramen fully from scratch, noodles, the broth, the chazu, whole 9 fucking yards, literally once in my life. Once. Never doing that shit again. Why does ramen cost $15 plus? Oh right, because it takes fucking days to make properly, lol. I will also never make it again. Once we made homemade Coca-Cola. It was amazing to see the absolutely crazy different flavors that go into it and this crazy broth to slowly become such a familiar smell. Came out right on the money. Then we went and bought some Cokes.
My dad made root beer once. While it was delicious, a bunch of the bottles exploded. Fortunately, the full bottles were stored in the garage, so at least the kitchen remained unscathed.
I've had multiple people try and make tater tots. You can't recreate the magic with low effort.
Yeah, if I want tater tots and don't have any frozen tots to stick in my air fryer, I'm just going to make hash browns. It's not the same, but it's close enough, and hash browns are way easier. But they gotta be crispy hash browns, none of this half-cooked soggy crap.
Crackers. I made them from scratch and it was more trouble than it's worth.
This is my 1. Takes a while to make, seconds to eat. The only crackers I've made that are worth it is a Rainforest Crisp knockoff because those things are super expensive.
Anything with puff pastry.
I am that idiot who makes their own puff pastry. I just like doing it. I'm not terribly good but getting better. I draw the fucking line at phyllo, though.
My aunt was a professional baker for a long time. According to her, if you shop at Costco, the answer is cheesecake. She was always particularly good at making cheesecake, and she fully believes there's no reason to put in the effort because the ones they sell are that good. I haven't had her homemade cheesecake in a long time, so I can't compare, but those Costco cheesecakes are the bomb. Also, my cat loves to sleep in the lids. Edit, cat tax. Cat in lid tax, please.
Here you go.